Hi everyone, so in this video I'll be showing you how to create a dynamic named range using the Offset and Counta functions. So what is a dynamic named range? Well, essentially it's a variable range of cells that has been given a name. So in this example I have a list of countries in column B that I will add to over time, and in cell E2 I have set some data validation that brings up a drop-down list of countries to choose from, and I want this drop-down list to change over time as my list of countries grows. So for example, if I added a country to the end, then my drop-down list will also extend. Okay, so we'll do a demonstration. So to create our dynamic named range, we need to go into the name manager option, and you'll see one I made earlier. We'll create a new named range, and I'm going to leave the default name or suggested name as demonstration. So in the refers to bar we need to enter our functions, and we need to enter equals offset, as we're using an offset function. And in an offset function there are 5 arguments that need to be entered. So the first argument is the starting point for our range of cells. So as we want this list of countries to be our range of cells, a good starting point logically would be cell B3. So I'm going to select cell B3 as that contains the first value in our list. And you'll see B3 has appeared in our refers to bar. So that's argument 1. We move on to the second argument by pressing the comma key. So the second argument asks us, from that start position, do you want to move up or down any number of rows? Well, we don't, so we're going to enter the value of 0. And press the comma key to move on to the third argument. So the third argument asks us how many columns to the left or right of our start position do you want to move? Well, again, we don't want to move any number of columns, so I'm going to enter 0 again and press the comma key to move on to the fourth argument. So the fourth argument asks us how high do we want our range of cells? Well, as our list is going to grow downwards over time, this is going to be a variable value, and we can specify how high our range is going to be by using a counta function. So the counta function counts how many cells in your selection are not blank. Okay, so if I select a range of cells that will allow me over time to add to my list, so in this case I've selected B3 to B24 and close the brackets on that counta function, that should satisfy the argument number 4 in the offset. So I press the comma key and we move on to the final argument in the offset function, and that is the width of my named range. So we only want our list to be 1 column wide, so we enter the value of 1 in here. So close the brackets, press return or press on OK, and you'll see that our named range has appeared in our name manager box. So press close. So to set data validation for cell E4, I would go into data and click on data validation, and I would set the validation as to allow a list, and the source of my list would be the named range we just created, which is demonstration. So enter equals demonstration in the source bar, press OK, and you'll now find in your drop-down list you can select a list of countries that will change over time. So if I just add another country here, you'll see my drop-down list extends as such.